go back in time. I mean, he shouldn't go back because that will give drewbie advantage of his army here. They'll be able to push down. So he managed to hold his ground and try to kill off as many as possible before returning back to his base to get rid of the remaining army from the first drop. So drewbie still holding on to a Zenalga towers. He is having another medivac coming down at this moment. Okay, you realize that Fenix also have a medivac. So I believe at that point of time he must have seen this medivac dropping, bypassing him, and he would just sort of guess that he is here. So he just sent his main troop here to kill off this medivac drop. See, the thing about medivac drops, you have to be very stealth. If you go in there like you let everybody know, hey, here, there's a medivac coming. No, that's not going to work. The stealth is the word. You're going to just go in very stealthily and try to get as much damage as possible and try to run away if there's any danger. So drewbie is coming down. He's trying to get this expansion, I believe this gold expansion. Fenix has already started work on it, so he might get an economical advantage. Let's just check out the income. Oh, there's some fighting going on here, but Fenix decides to retreat because he is in range of the tanks. So he's just going to get some scouting information with the scan and see how huge his army is and what he needs to make to probably counter that. So income wise, it's about the same because they're both running on two bases, and not really, actually they're mined out already on one basis only. So Fenix is going by the so-called back door of the expansion and maybe just try to do some damage. You know, sometimes in StarCraft you cannot just always use your main army. You have to use some stealth army or some small forces to just try to harass or distract your opponent. That is very, very important. You see, he's just trying to get rid of this tower here, and after that drewbie has no vision over here. He has no idea what's going on. There might be a huge army over here or maybe just one Hellion. So it's very important that he got rid of that missile turret. And we have standby some Marauders here, which is a good counter against this Hellion because Hellion just are armored. They are not really armored, but they really go down quick against Marauders. So there's great defense here, and they're still trying to mine the gold mineral patch. And I just remember after seeing the Wikipedia, and they call it the Liquipedia. Actually, it's not. It's only like a gold mineral patch you can collect 7, whereas a normal blue mineral patch you collect 5. So it's not really double like what we all know or what we all thought to be. It's just 7, 2 more per harvest. Of course the email will be able to give you a great advantage because they can carry a lot more at one time. Then this army is just moving back and forth, and there's a huge army of Marines over here, 36 Marines you can see, and still have a lot of medivac. Oh, it's coming down and he's trying to siege. Maybe he should siege first, but it's also quite a good move. He's just trying to take out this expansion, but realize that he has just too many medivacs and too many Marauders at the point in time. Tanks are good, but if the time it takes to siege is the most vulnerable position. So you can see that they took time to siege, and while this army is smaller. So Fenix has a huge army and looks like he's going to take this away. Yes, even though he has no tanks, but he managed to take out all of drewbie forces. Almost all. There's one tank trying to run away. Not too sure whether he can run away. But I realized that he should just kill them off and perhaps go for his main base. So you see Fenix now, and after drewbie tried to attack him, he failed. So Fenix has the upper hand. He's going in for his base, but realize he's being attacked on both sides. I think his army is going to die, so Medivacs better get out the way soon. And yes, he's going to get out the way, but never mind, he's still trying to get as... Oops, what's that? Is there a Banshee over there? Oh no, there's a siege tank! What a nice placement of the siege tank. I remember watching this game before, but I didn't see this. But anyway, Fenix is going to send a Marauder to try to get rid of the siege tank. So because you know the siege tank cannot fire so near when it's in siege mode, it's left defenseless. Yes, just one Marauder and one Medivac was able to get rid of it. Easy, I would say. So there's something to take from this game. Yeah, I don't need too many units to try to get rid of one siege tank. Just one Marauder will be sufficient. Drewbie trying to get some scouting information. I don't think he wants to snipe off the Medivac. Would not be so easy. And realize that Drewbie has just set up a sensor tower over here, so he can basically see all the units, the hotspot over here. All these are units, including the SCV as well. But he still went for a scan. I'm not too sure why. So this is Fenix view. I know this is Drewbie view, and he can see them coming because of this Vikings position. So is he going to for a push? Fenix, this is a very smart move by Fenix. He knows that there is a planetary fortress in front, so he can't confront it directly. He will suffer great damage. So he's just going to use the siege tank advantage of the range to try to hit this planetary fortress. Realize the range is only 6, because if the range is even higher, it's like, whoa, invincible. So he managed to hit it. I'm not too sure why. I've seen it a couple of times. It seems to be just out of range, and it's also out of range of the siege tank. So it's like this Drewbie is just getting a lot of hit from it. Somehow it's like, you see, this is Drewbie view. Fenix view is just like he just barely can see the tank. So Drewbie is just trying to do a scan and see whether he can reach it, but seems like he's just out of range, very strangely. Now he'll be able to hit them. I don't think so, because he has no air units. Remember, Fenix has 2 Medivacs over here. Oh, this tank is going down. If the tank is going down, Fenix army will be moving forward. Drewbie has been forced to come down to get rid of 1 or 2 tanks, but more tanks are just on the reinforcement. And you just see here there's a small drop by Fenix trying to kill off the workers over here, and you realize they're just out of range of the planetary fortress. So it's very defensive by Drewbie. He has a lot of planetary fortress, and he's still getting hit by the siege tank. Not so sure what he can do here, and all his workers over at this side has been killed. Well, okay, if Drewbie is just sending some forces here, he should be able to take care of this easily. By the way, I don't understand why he's not shooting at this Medivac. If he gets rid of this Medivac, his view will be much... he won't have so much view, and he wouldn't be attacked under the siege tank. Remember, the siege tank cannot see so far. So he's just going for a push right here. A drop. Drewbie is going for a drop while he's fending off the attack here by Fenix. And okay, if you take a look at the income tab, Fenix is now ahead. Oh, okay, you can see Drewbie has just dropped over at this position. So is he going to send a small force back? Yes. He will send a small force back to his camp. Fenix shall try to use this force to overpower this Drewbie's drop force. And he's also pushing up at the same time because he realized that he has the advantage. He wants to get rid of this planetary fortress. So you can see the confrontation. Fenix has no problem trying to kill off Drewbie's forces over here. And if you check out the upgrade, you realize that he has already upgraded 1 armor and 1 attack for... oh, there's a huge attack over here. Drewbie's just got a good concave, but looks like you can't decide who's winning. Looks like Drewbie is forced to retreat because he did not manage to get rid of the tank, which will do huge damage to his land forces, be it armored or marines. So Fenix here is just positioning his tank again. He wants to get rid of this planetary fortress, make him low on resources. That's the game plan of Fenix, I guess. Okay, Drewbie has no choice, but he has to either move down to try to attack his opponent harvesting point as well, or he should want to get rid of these forces. Looks like he's trying to get these forces over here. He sent his SCV down as well, but I think it's a great flanking by Drewbie, but I do not know why he's losing, because maybe because of he only managed to upgrade the attack but not the armor. Remember, Fenix has already upgraded the armor and the attack by 1. And drewbie's just putting an SCB here, I'm not too sure why. If he managed to just construct a command center here and get resources, that would be actually a good idea. Instead of trying to fend off this dying mineral patch of this gold, he's just spending too much time and resources on it. You can see the army, drewbie's army is really very weak. He's like almost half of Fenix. And we just see harvester. Okay, Fenix has more harvester, to be fair, probably 20 more, but half of it, just like do the maths, that's like 60 minus 20, he still have like 40 supply worth of army troops. And there was another small attack here. I think he's probably killed off or pushed off all the workers. The drewbie workers are not mining at the moment. Okay, they've gone back to mining after his drewbie force tried to chase them away. And looks like he managed to get rid of the gold expansion planetary fortress after a long try by Fenix, but he managed to do that. Thumbs up to him, and he's going to continue on to get rid of the refinery. And drewbie's force are just retreating back. Oh, this is free kill for Fenix. Remember, drewbie has not much forces left already. That will be very disastrous, and Fenix realized that he's going to... Oh, yes. So the win was basically the turning point will be the attack of this gold expansion, I would say. The constant pressure that drewbie could not take, he had to get rid of it. He felt it is a pain in his ass, but he could have gone for a counter attack as his gold expansion base as well, or he could have sent his forces down, or maybe he could have grabbed another expansion over here. Maybe here would not be such an ideal place. It's quite far off from his original place or his other bases. But he did have an SCV here, so I'm not too sure why he didn't try to take this expansion. I think the game would have changed a lot more if he managed to take the expansion. So with this game, this victory by Fenix, Fenix is the winner of the semi-finals. He will be going into the finals where he'll meet up with the other winner of the other semi-finals. So that's all for now, and this is Mecha signing off, and I'll be back on Monday. See ya.